I know you've got some connections to Columbia, so could you just start off by kind of explaining your ties to the area?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Columbia. Went to Rockbridge High School, and from there, when I graduated, I got a degree in graphic design and illustration, and then immediately moved to Kansas City and started working there.
Wonderful. And what do you do in Kansas City now?
I'm a designer at one of the breweries.
So I recently saw that your poster was selected for FIFA World Cup. Can you talk to me a little bit just about that poster?
Yeah, so the we let me start over. The title of the poster is Woven Together, because one of the big asks from the FIFA committee was to bring Kansas and Missouri together where they meet in Kansas City. So I thought that the scarf was a great representation, like the weaving of the scarf. Missouri and Kansas are weaved where they meet in Kansas City. Um, and it's also, soccer fans wear their scarves to the matches that they go to, and they wave them in the air in support for their team. And so I thought, why not use a scarf to show support for the city that I love?
Yeah, it's wonderful. What has this experience been like for you, having your art in the spotlight like this?
Um, Unreal. It leaves me speechless because having my art shown worldwide, like on such a huge scale, the FIFA World Cup is uh, maybe the biggest thing in sports. Is just leaves me ecstatic. Like it's amazing, and also nerve wracking. That tying my name to that. As a graphic designer, your name's usually left off of the work that you produce, but this is the first time. I'm in news interviews. I was at the unveiling of the poster, and I'm really happy to see so much support and that people are excited by it because you never know, it could be the opposite.
Yeah, did you ever imagine you would have your art like this on such a global stage?
Never global. Like I said, especially with my name tied to it. So this is truly like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm very excited about it.
What was that feeling like as they did the unveiling?
I, I was just like kind of rooted there. Like, my heart was pounding, and could not stop smiling. I was so happy. Seeing everybody cheer, and they had this huge, is it a Tebow banner? Yeah, a huge Tebow banner that um, part of the stadium had like kind of unraveled while I was out there, and they were waving it around, and I was out on the screens, and everybody, they were handing out posters at the end of the game, and seeing everybody so excited to get one just was a great feeling.
Yeah, that's incredible. Jadie, could you just describe for me a little bit of the process of how did this happen? How did your poster get selected?
Yeah, so they had, or I'll rephrase that. I had seen on social media that they were accepting open entries, which I thought was really unique and cool because it can be kind of hard to get your foot in the door if you don't already know people. Um, so I submitted a sketch, and they chose top five, or the top five finalists from the sketches. And after that, you had 2 weeks to finalize the poster. And we were each signed with a mentor who's on the KC 2026 FIFA committee. And they were kind of there to help us if we had questions, or let us know what the feedback was from the FIFA committee based on the sketches, like what they were wanting to see moving forward. So that was really helpful and really cool because usually in contests, you're kind of left in the dark to figure out everything on your own. Um, and about a month later, I found out I had won, which is such an amazing feeling, like I said, and had to keep it secret there for 3 months. And so it feels great to have it out in the open now.
Yeah, I imagine that must have been so hard to keep that for a secret for 3 months.
Yes, I only told my parents and my partner. And there were so many other people constantly asking, like, when are you supposed to hear? And I couldn't say anything.
Oh my gosh. Would you say that, like, do you feel that any of your roots in Columbia, are there people here, places, experiences that kind of shape your work going forward?
Yeah, I was really fortunate attending Rockbridge. I had two amazing art teachers, Abby Corsage and Carrie. She got married recently, but we always called her Stevie. They kind of like started I always loved art, but they were who made me feel like I could kind of do this professionally and taking those AP art classes. And then the Career Center right off Rockbridge was when I first started taking graphic design classes. And I felt like I got had such an like upper hand having that kind of head start. Like so many people in when I was in college, these were their first graphic design courses, and I remember having to take those entry level courses and already knowing all of that. I felt very fortunate that Columbia had such a great program to kind of put me ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually got to take a look at their facility not too long ago, and it was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Wonderful. I guess just this will probably be my last question. We talked about it a little bit, but just overall, how would you describe this experience?
Um, Surreal, like unbelievable, and just I'm trying to soak in every minute because it really is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm just thrilled to be here.
Yeah. And then going forward, do you feel like you'll submit your work in like more contests like this? Or I think that you said you work with branding with a local company, or do you have thoughts on what's next?
I mean, just continuing, with my job. I'm always open to submitting to contests. I have for a while, and um, I do freelance on the side. So I'm just going to keep moving forward and, have this great thing as a part of my portfolio.